This is my Gypsy Hermitage Tarot. Welcome to my channel. When it comes to donating to my channel or booking me for a personal reading, the details are in the description box below. So I'm coming on to do a brief talk. Mainly this is about the difference between false twins and your true twin flame. I found some new information, okay, on Google. And I'm just going to basically go down this list that I found and just give it to you. Okay. But first, because of the short series I'm doing with divine masculines of Cancer, Virgo, Libra, and Aries, for divine feminines of Pisces, I really wanted to reiterate something to you that I'm learning myself. A lot of what I share with you all on this channel is from my personal journey. I don't ever want anyone to think that it's just you going through certain things, or I'm intolerant of you being overly patient with a particular person. No, I'm just, it's my age coupled with my own experience on this journey, coupled with what I observe in readings and people's behaviors these days, from just watching court shows and people in general that I know and see and observe. I don't talk a lot in the public. I mean, I'm friendly to people, but I've always been, since I was a very small child, an observer of human behavior. And so I just, it is what it is all I can say, because I think a lot of us are in some fantasy, in some fantasy realms, not just Pisces. This is for anybody on the twin flame journey, including people that think that they're divine feminines and are not, people who are divine feminines who wish they could just go for soulmates, whatever, okay, the stagnation or stuck behavior could be. One of the things I want to say to us as Pisces, and this is probably true of divine feminines in general, is that when God or spirit or whatever you label the divine realm or higher being as, when you get guided to new information, that new information is for you. Did you hear me? That new information most of the time is to free you. Now, if you have a platform where you can share that with others, cool. But what I wouldn't do if I were you, because I had to stop myself, I almost did it. What I refuse to do at this point, and what I would advise anyone else, don't keep like spoon feeding someone that you deem as your masculine, or even if it's your true masculine, force feeding them the wisdom of the twin flame journey. And this is the reason. Part of it, I'm gonna tell you what my motivation was, but I'm gonna say this. For some of us, we really do believe, and this I don't suffer from, we really do believe that if we share with him the significance of the journey, and that, look, it's me that's doing this, it's me that's teaching you, it's me that's being a guide for you, or whatever, they'll turn around and say, you are my person. Because we're still trying to control the final outcome with one particular person. I don't pray over my friend that I've been on the journey with, that I started my journey with. I don't. Because at this point, I believe he's my false twin, especially with this new information. And even if he's not, he needs to prove just by the organic shift in his behavior when that happens. But at this point, he strongly looks like a false twin to me. And he may not be, I don't know. But just that I have that doubt and that inkling that he is, you'll find out in a minute, that usually points to the fact that they are. Okay? But when you spoon, there's a lot See, people don't like it when I use words like that's a player. These players are doing this. And I say this a lot, and it's not to sound superior or anything, but when you step on the neck of a people, and I'm talking about black people, and then they become the authority on the earth of what is real and what is not, news coverage about, bad situations that happen, and the only ones that look at it and say, is this is black people, is for a reason, because y'all dump so much shit on us. We know what all kind of shit look like. That's just real talk. And I'm saying that to say that nobody has game like a black man. And black women know game coming a mile off. Now, I've dated different races. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. And nobody has game like a black man. So once I'm looking at your game, like, you ain't even putting no real effort into that. You know what I mean? Because the real player, and that's what I'm saying. There's so many players, and this I peeped probably back in the early 2000s, probably after the turn of the century, where now the players were going to church to hunt godly women. And because that's such a bigger conquest, let me see if I could turn this big girl into this good girl into the freak of the week, even if only for me, where I can have her on my beck and call to give it up or whatever. So that became the deeper game. Because, yeah, it used to be that a crazy person or the biggest hoe could not walk into church and feel comfortable. Nowadays, it's come as you are. So everybody walking in the church on drugs, right, hoeing, whatever it is, feeling real comfortable. And it's just like, oh, we have to be patient or whatever. But they taking out the whole female choir. Sexually transmitted diseases running rampant in the church, in the mosque, in the synagogue, in all places where God is worshiped, and the standard for the highest vibration of human capital has been kept thus far. The world is in there. The destructive vices of the world is right in there. Why? Where do these people get the wisdom of not only, and this is how most people of the planet have been conquered, is through their religion, just so you know. So, damn, I don't even know where that came from, but so now you have people, men and women, who do not have pure motives coming into a realm that has been kept pretty pure. I mean, not perfectly. There's always been, some situations, but for the most part, it's been hallowed ground. We've held it up in any community. This is what, is the highest standard of what we should be doing. But it's because some of us talk too much. We are sharing the divine wisdom of the twin flame journey with people who are deeply still in karmic energies and with karmic motivations, whether they are divine masculines or not. And from my channel, I've said, leave the masculine to his creator, because even if he turns out he's not a masculine, at least you will not aid and abet someone who is harming or would potentially harm other feminines, right? You don't want to be a part of that. So I know for me, I have shared certain things with my friend that I thought was my divine feminine because, like I said, he popped my spiritual cherry. I had my awakening, my first awakening with him. We came into each other's lives, and God actually guided me to him. And I awakened pretty quickly. He awakened like probably after between the 2 years where we weren't talking, after I walked away. He's definitely had some awakenings in his life, But even with me, because he's been dealing with the gamut of female human capital, so from the grimiest to the divine feminine, he's always, our entire interaction had a lot of wisdom that would like trigger me into thinking, oh my God, are we soulmates? Oh my God. You know what I mean? And so now that I have this, what I'm about to share with you, I called him up, left him a text message, and was like, I have new information to share with you. I'm not sharing this information. If he comes to my channel and sees this, awesome. But my view of this at this point is that we are false twins preparing each other for our real twins. Because and let me say this about the false twins. See, there's a lot of arrogance in the divine feminine. And I'm not one of the readers that really gets down or is hard on us per se. I want us to be more powerful. But when I say the arrogance of us is because we accuse the masculine, oh, then he's just a karmic. He's a false twin, like he's a devil or something. I'm going to show you by this list. He's actually a divine masculine who is getting the same benefit from being in your presence and other false twins. You can experience a multitude of false twins. It's all in preparation for you meeting your real twin who will stand out. Like what takes place between you and your twin is going to be absolutely different than the false twin. That's the thing. So stop feeding these masculines, no matter who they are. You can keep feeding them if you want to, but most likely the one that you're feeding and feeding and feeding is not going to be your person. You're getting him ready for somebody else. Sometimes we do feed our twin, our absolute twin, we do. But then he turns that around and recognizes us. See? So let me get started on this list. This was a list. The document was called 21 Clear Signs You've Met Your False Twin. Okay, and this was written in 2022. So it says, so you think you've met your twin flame. You share a deep spiritual and emotional connection. Okay, I'm not going to read it. I'm just going to tell you off the cuff. A similar connection, and for most of us, I know for me, I've never felt the way I felt about my friend with anybody in my life. Like the emotional connection. I remember one of the first times, it's so terrible I'm saying one of the first time, but the very first time I cursed him out, I called him like the next day and cried, asking him not to stop talking to me. Because he's a Libra and they do not like confrontation or dispute. They don't. And I could feel like he was just like, because he had sent me a video in response to whatever I said to him. I think I had sent him a video and he responded with a video, and he was saying some things to me that he didn't want to deal with me because of the way I talked to him. And I was so emotional. I've never asked a man not to leave me or not be friends with me, because me and him have been friends for more than 20 years. So yeah, I've never done that. So that kind of thing, the deep spiritual, like he even told me what I had been experiencing with us since we started talking again. And we still haven't seen each other since 2005, but he said he could feel the love coming from me into him. He could feel the love leaving him coming into me. So we were both having spiritual connection, emotional connection. Like our chemistry is crazy. We want to smash so bad, but neither one of us is ready or can make it happen. So for whatever reason, it hasn't happened. That's another thing. With your false twin, there's going to be more talk than action. Not that you'll never smash or have sex with your false twin. If you're in the same area, you probably will, but I'm just saying, for my specific situation, that's an example of a lot of talk and not, the ability to bring it about. Okay. Also, there's usually like a nagging doubt that this is your person. Like you probably have gone back and forth in the connection, with sometimes thinking, okay, this is my soulmate. Other times you've heard me on my channel saying, I think he's my twin. I'm not quite sure. That's the shit. That's the shit. So we're going to look at the 21 signs, okay, that this is a false twin or your real twin flame. All right. Just another note, your true twin is going to be a vibrational match for your soul. For your soul. Even if they're not awakened, it's the soul connection. And it'll stand out, from among any and everybody. Okay. Sometimes, now keep this in mind, not all twin flames are in a romantic connection or romantic relationship. So it really has to do with the quality of the soul connection and the spiritual growth you have with this person. All right. All right. So one of the first things is that this person is going to struggle to commit to you. Like, they don't know that they want to be with you. I'm talking from the beginning and even after time. It's like even now, sometimes my friend talks about us having a relationship, but he always muddies it with talking about sleeping with other people and maybe having a child with someone else and all of that shit, all that game, to keep you from wanting. Really, that's game so that you don't become attached to them, even if they want a sexual relationship with you. That's not twin flame. That's false. Okay, that's false. But remember, you're also there false, because the purpose for you getting together is so that you can purge the negative emotional behaviors that you would bring to your twin. So you purge it with your false twin. So for him, it would be breaking my heart or throwing other women up in my face all the time, or, 1 minute saying he wants to commit with me. The next minute saying he wants to sexually conquest and have children with other people. Breaks my heart. I curse him out. It hurts his feelings. I have written some scathing letters to this person. And we just discussed recently how how that hurts him. But he reads them, knowing how I am. You know what I mean? And he says he reads them because he loves me. But man, so things like that, it's like we are helping each other to purge these ways. And even his way of hurting me that I've been teaching him, he's been tweaking it. You know what I mean? It's made me even wonder if you can be a false twin and a true twin with the same person, but I don't know. I don't, some part of me doesn't think so. So anyway, and then they use a lot of excuses, when it comes to, they don't have time to be attached to you or spend with you or to commit to you because of other things or other people or whatever. No. They're going to have a lot of true characteristics that your twin is going to have. And in many, the passion, the intensity of the connection, the emotional bond is going to be very close to, it's even going to be more so with your true twin, but it's so much more than any other connection you've had. That's why it's so compelling, the false twin. But you will learn once you meet your true twin, in most circumstances, some of them will either physically resemble each other. I woke up, I did an 8-day fast about almost 2 weeks ago. And I woke up during the second 4-day fast and just sat up. And I think I mentioned this recently. And this thought dropped into my mind and immediately came out my mouth. I didn't even know where it came from. That That would be some shit if my twin is a Libra too, because my friend is a Libra. And I would love that because I've never dated a Libra or been connected to a Libra like my friend or ever before. And now I love Libras. Like I have so many dudes that I'm friends with now on my writer's page that are Libras. Like they are attracted to me. And that's what makes me feel like my true twin is a Libra. But I think he's also going to have a bit of a thuggy edge. I mean, I just think he's going to be similar to my friend. And I'm going to be so happy. Because me and my friend's friendship, I mean, we're just ace boom. We just cool. But it's his messiness that breaks my heart. And it's my temper that breaks his heart. So no, you can't, who wants to spend a life like that? No, but it's for lessons. We're together for lessons and to guide each other and build each other up. Because we also get inspiration because we're both artists. So there's, it's multifaceted. So anyway, let me keep moving on because, I can talk. Also, for most of us, your false twin gives you the feeling of what, or gives you an example of what it will feel like to be with your true twin, because there are moments of peace and connectedness. Like when my friend said the flow of love between us, he could feel it. That's psychic. That's a psychic connection. And you're going to have that with your true twin. You will. It's going to break both your hearts when you realize you're not the right ones for each other, like it is, because it's a true connection. It's like any relationship. Yeah, it's going to break your hearts, but you're both going towards your true twin. Okay? And that's how you're going to know, is because right when you've done all the learning you need to do, no matter how long you stay together, how brief or how long, your true twin is coming in after that. I'm saying, some people try to predict it's going to be 30 days. Your true twin is coming. I don't do that shit. I'm just saying, if you keep your energy open, if you take a lover, please say it's just a lover. It might be your twin, but you have to get real evidence. Do research for yourself, like God just guided me to this, so that you know what that would also look like, okay? But when you open up that space in your life for your true twin, they will come in and you'll be ready for them after your false twin. A part of what your interactions with the false twin does is it makes you feel anxious, like you never feel 100% like this is your person. You always feel like this is not solid ground I'm standing on. This is an illusion. This is someone that is a sign of the real thing. They're a sign of the real deal, but there's something about the connection you feel uncomfortable about, you feel uneasy about, and it's so deep because my last letter that I sent to my friend, I said I listed all these things. I had just told him how he doesn't get to treat me or whatever. And then I sent a letter giving him more comfort. But I said, I want to take care of you. I want to just nurture you and soothe you. But me thinking about you up close in my life scares the shit out of me. That's uneasy. Can't trust it, right? Your twin, you'd be like, I can marry him tomorrow. Probably. I don't know. But I have met one person that I felt like that. And we haven't talked in a while. But, yeah. Yeah. Your true twin makes you feel like home. They make you feel comfortable. They make you feel like you've known them for a long time. Like there's no insecurity to the connection. The thing about the false twin is most of the time they're gaming multiple women or multiple people the same way. And there may be one among the people they're juggling that's not you, that is their true twin. And that one is standing out because the way she reacts to him is not the way everybody else is reacting to him. So if you're reacting to him from a point of view of insecurity and anger of stop trying to run games, stop, talking shit or whatever, you're not the one. You're not his twin. I mean, you may be if you're the only one checking him. I don't know. I just know that it stands out. You would stand out. He would stand out. Okay? You would stand out in each other's experience on this journey. Most of the time, and I'm telling you, I've had people approach me who are like, I'm your soulmate or you're my soulmate, but they either never stay or one small irritation and it's like ill slime. Who are you? You know what I mean? It's just like a no. And the longer you are on this journey, the quicker your ability to discern is. Okay? You're going to have similar goals. So the example they gave is if your twin dreams of living in a cabin in Alaska and you want to work in Paris for a fashion company, you're not twins. You would have similar goals. So like me and my friend both want to farm, but he wants to farm in Mississippi. And because I'm so fiery, I wouldn't feel safe in Mississippi. Like I would not. He already has land he inherited. I mean, you know what I mean? It's shit like that. He already goes back and forth because his father's there. He has extended family down there. Yeah. Me, no. I don't want to be in Mississippi. Like I don't. Yeah, I have no desire to live in Mississippi. So, but yeah, we both want to farm. Um, we're both creative people, not in the same area though. So I don't know, is to me it looks very false. Whereas your twin, they're going to share you're going to probably have the same hobbies. If you love nature photography or drawing and painting or whatever it is, there are going to be pieces. You're going to be like pieces to each other's puzzle. You know? You're going to be like Bonnie and Clyde, like partners in crime. Not real partners. Please don't become bank robbers, but you're going to have, yeah. If you're like a deep hippie and they are hippie-ish too, I don't care what race. I've always been down for my people, but a hippie, like, I'm very open-minded. I would love to live nomadic. If you meet someone and that's their dream, like legitimately, organically, their dream tour, maybe they already have an RV or a converted school bus or something like that, and where you all want to go is the same, and how you're going to get there, and you both have income that you can do online. That's just, that would be more evidence in my mind that this is your person. That's just one more, but you and your false twin are not going to, it's going to be a difficulty. It's going to be the one person needs the other person to just give up everything they've wanted to do their whole life, or that they've sacrificed and gone to school for their dream. No, that's not this. When you meet them, the first time you physically meet them, it's like you'll have a recognition. It's like you'll just be at ease with them. It's like your soul and their soul are just kindred, Another thing is with the false twins, you love each other conditionally. So when you make each other mad, the false twins, you're not talking until one person apologizes or breaks the ice or something. But generally, you're not talking to each other. And I know that happens in relationships, but there's unconditional love among the twins. Like, it's pure and strong, and there's no doubt that you and this person love each other. When it comes to the false twin, like I said, what you're in each other's lives to do is illuminate the negative, right? Your negative cycles that you need to cleanse or clear away from your life to prepare you for your twin. Because certain things with your twin, because of the connection, it's going to be so pure, you're not going to want to bring that in. So God has to bring you a false twin connection first in order to cleanse you, and the same for that other person in order to cleanse them to prepare for the right people. Okay? Also, your false twin is going to help you. This, I have an example of your false twin is going to help you prepare even your beauty, your body and stuff for your true twin. They're going to be the ones that help you get on a path for a pure diet, exercising, spiritual practices like meditation, prayer, chanting, whatever it is. You're going to start all of that with your false twin. And let me tell you, that's exactly what happens with my friend. We started talking on, and drinking water, being a vegan. We started talking November 18th of 2000. No, it wasn't the 18th, but it was like the 22nd. Something, it was right before Thanksgiving of 2018. And the next day it was the day before Thanksgiving. The next day was Thanksgiving, and I didn't eat. I started a 14-day fast. And he was teaching me about alkaline diet and only eat intermittent fasting, which I'd always done before I had my children. I was finding it hard to do anymore because my girls are teenagers and they eat so much crap food, and I was joining in, right? He came in and I had, well, no. 2 weeks before me and him started talking, I had said a prayer to God. Send me one of my friends that eats one meal a day. Please, I need help. I need somebody to help me, become healthy and beautiful again. In comes my twin. And the way it happened was my godson called me drunk in the middle of the night. I want to say it was almost midnight. He never called because he holds me in such high esteem. He's never done that. He's never called me drunk before. And he's causing a ruckus at his girlfriend's house. Needless to say, I'm trying to sort him out. I reach out to his mother. We're getting him to go back to his own apartment. Things like that. Everything got squashed. Then I'm thinking he sounded like he was a little mental. I have a sister that's mentally ill. So my family has been all through the system when it comes to resources. And I'm like, who do I know that's a male that might have some information to help my godson? It was my friend. I reached out to him on Facebook. He shot his shot about us having a relationship or whatever. The next day, we talked for like 3 hours or something like that. The day after that, it was Thanksgiving. I'm fasting for 14 days. I'm telling you, this wouldn't be so compelling if I hadn't experienced it. Now, does that mean everybody has to go through this? I don't know. I don't know. I've seen some twins share that when they met, they didn't want to separate. So I think some people may not, but I don't know. All I can say, because I don't want to make a blanket statement and it's just not true. Because some twins don't even go into relationships with each other. Some twins, one of the twin is married and they're just business partners. Sometimes you're relatives, all kinds of scenarios. So I've come to learn, but this is my journey and I know it's some of your journeys. Okay. Because since I started my channel, I've intuitively felt that some of us are hooked on the wrong person because we don't understand why, including myself, like I've always suspected that my friend and I are misguided in thinking, because I'm the one that told him we were soulmates. He thought that was beautiful. He knew he had certain experiences, but at the same time that he pulls me in, he pushes me away. That's another false twin thing. They keep you at arm's length. They do. Now, does that have anything to do with the runner and the chaser? Not exactly. The thing about the true twins is the love. The love, the acceptance. You should feel it. Like, I've heard stories about people going through giving their true friend, twin, not friend, twin money, or being betrayed, where their true twin will steal their ideas and then build it with someone else. That's a false twin, like a motherfucker. Now, there's a lot of misunderstanding in the collective. There is. I don't care if you read tarot or not. You teach your people wrong. That's a false twin. Whoever would do that to you, because my friend did that with one of his exes. She gave him the upwards of, thousands of dollars. But they not twins. Do you understand? You know what I mean. And if they are, then okay. But I don't do that. I don't do that. Like, no. No. But there's been some devastating shit people will claim their true twin has done to them. And I'm like, that's karmic behavior. Like, and not that you and your twin can't go through karmic cycles. You do, because we all have karmic shit. I don't know. Some of y'all, I think it's cultural. I think that's cultural, because I think, and I don't mean to hurt anyone, but white women give out money a lot, okay? Especially to black men. And a lot of the interactions that those interracial connections are having are karmic. They are not soul connections. Does that mean that blacks and whites cannot have soul connections? It does not mean that. But I'm saying that's not the rule. The rule is the masculines for black women, the rule is black men. Just like the rule is the majority of white women, their twins are white men. Same with most races. That's the rule. But today we living in a trend immersed culture where everybody's running amok, going all over the place, doing all kinds of things, and most of it is sexual fetish. Real talk. So anyway, I've said that before. Let's see. The thing about it, again, this is about developing healthy habits of loving. That's what you're learning with your false twin. You're developing healthy habits of loving because you're going to take it with your true twin. Now, does that mean once you go through one false twin, here comes your real twin? No, you can have multiple false twins, because if you refuse to learn those lessons and you just stay stuck on a person, and then when that doesn't work out, you jump to the next person, you go through the same thing, you're not learning lessons. You're just crying squirrel, squirrel at any opportunity to love, putting the label of twin flame on every connection. This is what I put on my writer's page. I put a post up the other day, and I said, you shouldn't, when it comes to love, you should not shop when you're hungry. Meaning, you should not be out here looking for a soulmate or looking for a soul connection in another person when you're thirsty as fuck. When you haven't had sex in a long time and you're just looking to get broke off. Because the masculines don't do that. They will have multiple false twins going, or that they're involved with at the same time, learning lessons fast. And then you wonder why when you and them break apart because you're false, they know why. They know why with this one, and that's the one. A lot of the times men move at a very fast pace when it comes to realizing who's for them. And women, That again, divine feminines on these in these readings on in the chat talking about how they've been waiting for somebody, the same person, for 20 years and shit. Never that. Because even if you're my twin, my life should never be stagnant. And the universe is always giving. Love is always available. High vibrational too. Always. So anyway, that's a whole nother talk. I love this document. Yeah, your false twin, and this is definitely the case with me and my friend. Your false twin will trigger your shadows, your fears, and your past pains. They'll bring it to the surface because you need to look at it and overcome it. Same thing with them. So one of the things my friend said that hurt him was I would accuse him of things in my letters that all of which he was not guilty of. But I would be sure because he wouldn't communicate. You're not giving me any clarity, motherfucker. So to me, and I'm not calling him motherfucker, I'm just saying that's how I would feel in my letters. So to me, this is you. This is how you're treating me. Okay? But it's for us to be able to look at, oh, I have abandonment issues. Oh, that triggered me like a motherfucker. Oh, look at that. You know what I mean? So recently, one of the things that he illuminated to me was that he doesn't really see me. He doesn't really value. And did I turn off that soup? Girls, I didn't turn off that soup. Look at it. Is it burnt? Oh my God. Sorry. That he doesn't really value me as a divine feminine, he sees me as a high vibrational woman, but he wants to place me in this safe type of position in his life because I'm loyal, not because he loves me so much. And I'm like, that's not good enough for me. I want the highest vibration of love I can have with a human being. I want that connection, even if it's platonic, because I know the growth that will come from it. You're not going to put me in a category of the type of woman that players, when they settle down, they want to settle down to something safe, that their karma will not come out of this person. So they don't want her to be, even if they view her as being attractive, they don't want her to be like, and I'm on my glow up, so I'm not what I have been all my life. I'm not even what he knew me as in the past. I'm not what I'm going to be. I'm not. And I refuse to get into a relationship until I am. You're not going to settle for me because I'm loyal? That's not sexy. And that's what I told him. That's not sexy. And that's not fair to me. I would never let you. I would never sign up for that shit. Well, anyway, so I'm just saying, your true twin, when they come into your life, it's about you all taking the things you've learned, the wisdom that you've cultivated, and ascending so you can now go together to help others. Together. That's the work when you're with your true twin. But with your false twin, you all will talk about doing work or collaborating, and you never will. Your true twin will awaken. Your false twin does not fully awaken with you. They don't. You don't fully awaken with them. You just get enough growth to prepare you for your twin so that you can honor that connection and be ready to go forward and to serve. Same with him. He may have some kind of awakening like my friend has, and it's basically because he's naturally spiritual and intellectual. You know, he loves grasping new concepts. So that enables him to come to some awakening, but he's not awakening about you. That's the shit. That's the stinger. He's not awakening about us. That's not your person. Okay? He doesn't. You don't awaken him fully. You don't even awaken him to the point that you're awakened. You don't. And when you share things with him, when he's the false twin, whoever he's already juggling with you, including you, he only uses it to further juggle you. And if he's met his twin already among those he juggles, he uses it to make that work, not with you. That's how you know. You hear me? I hope y'all are hearing me. Okay. When they're your false twin, you gradually grow apart. Like you just naturally grow into different levels of consciousness and awareness, and you go apart. You just, okay? Because you're headed towards someone else. Once they leave you, even if you're both heartbroken from leaving each other, you go through the 5 of Cups, the 3 of Swords. The difference is that you will both go to your true people. Because a lot of the times with the conflicts you've had with them, they'll always bring that up, or you can't get over it. It's different things. Like they'll bring up things like for me and my friend, whenever he does anything that slightly resembles his player ways, it triggers me still. And things I've said to him that have really hurt him, he'll bring it up. When we haven't talked in a while, he'll just say, well, so you really think this? And it'll come from like years ago, almost 3 years ago now, when we first started talking. That's a false twin behavior. Because true twins, we forgive each other and move forward. We know we're on a journey. And we don't hold each other to the past, but we move forward because we trigger each other's positive forward movement. We pull each other in that direction. Whoever's leading. Most times the feminine leads it, and it pulls the masculine into that positive energy and upward mobility, that upward growth, but not the false twins. You don't pull each other forward like you don't. Okay? And that's why they can't and you can't come out of the shenanigans of the past. All right? You kind of are always stuck there. You don't move forward because you're not meant to. This is powerful to me. Like, this is powerful. Powerful, powerful shit. If you are on a path already of success, your false twin will feel threatened by that. And almost as if they are jealous that you are going to leave them and become great without them. Okay? It's like they resent that growth for you instead of being happy for you. Your true twin will always be happy for you getting better at what you do and becoming successful. Always. Always. Your false twin will not. They see it as you're leaving them behind. They take it personally, especially if they haven't met their true twin who has triggered them to become more successful. That's what we all do. And the feminine, when she needs to walk away from the false twin, she goes right into success. She goes into having more money. Queen of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. Okay, Princess of Pentacles, which makes the false twin she's had to walk away from feel that way. It's only temporary. He has his own twin he's going to come into contact and have that success with, but this is just signs that this person is your false twin and you are their false twin. Yeah, because they haven't had their awakening fully. You cannot awaken a false twin fully. You cannot. Okay, so they feel when you are moving forward, they can sense that and it triggers them to feeling negatively. That's not a true twin flame. A true twin flame is going to support, celebrate, admire your success. No matter if you're more successful than them or not. Most of the time, whatever you are coming into, your true twin is somewhere, even if you've never met them, becoming more successful too. Okay? False twins, whenever there's a challenge, so like with my letters to my friend, they were so bad. I was so mean. But they posed a challenge to him treating me a certain way that was bad. He would never stick around for that. Unless I came behind it with more soothing words, he would not. He would never communicate with me. He would let a long time pass before he would reach back out. Even now. That's a false twin. That's a false twin because, when it's like whenever problems arise, the true twins, their mindset is a mindset of solutions. It's like, okay, well, I can see how you could feel that way. Let's work on things. Well, let's try this. Whereas if I try to have a collaboration with my friend, and we've been trying to do that since we started talking, never have. And we have the type of talents that we could easily, but he never wants to. Like I've always said, why don't we write this? Why don't we do this? And he will say yes, he wants to, but we will never actually do it. That's a false twin. Your true twin wants to work with you so much. Like they know instinctively you should be working together. Okay. Yeah, even with the money problems, this is telling me, and I didn't know this, but with the money problems, a lot of masculines have a problem with that. But I know just from watching like Fiery Grace the Gifted, her and her partner's situation and how they got together, I think he probably struggled with that for a while, but they ended up just coming together. Like she was so nurturing with him. And there was probably, you'd have to really go and listen to their journey and watch her videos to know, but he probably felt safe to be able to trust that she was not going to be a haranguer, over him, beating him over the head with shit if he took the chance to love her. And she loved him. He was like, it was the love that compelled him. And I think he said something like, how can you turn down love? Because that's what she represented to him, was love, or presented to him. Whereas the twin flame is like your ride or die. They're on your side no matter what. And you are the same for them. Okay? There's an element of your relationship with the false twin that you cannot be your complete self around each other. Like there's a part of you that you don't share with him or her, or that you feel like you can't just fully, even though you have an ease about you you already know. Like he's already giving you certain criticisms just about your looks, or even if you're beautiful, he'll nitpick you. False twin, like a motherfucker. Your real twin thinks that the sun shines and rises and sets on you. False twin is trying to break you down because they feel insecure that someone like you would love them. True twin flame is not insecurity. It's not. Okay? And so it's like, and especially if he keeps bringing things up from the past, it's almost like you can't be yourself. You can't stand up for yourself with them without feeling bad about it. No, that's a false twin. Your real twin, you feel so at ease to be yourself. So secure that they just accept you for you, like you are exactly what they want. That's real twin. That's real twin flame. False twin flames, they overpromise what they want to have with you. It's like And it never, like, they don't even believe it. It never happens. It's just what they think you want to hear. It's game. It's game. If you're the single mother, homemaker type, they're going to make promises like, I want to have a home with you, or it's just game. It's the same as game because it is game. Even if they get to a point that, like I said with my friend, he wants to treat me as if I'm someone he should settle for so he doesn't get heartbroken. You'll get heartbroken with me because I'm a flight risk, and he already knows that, so I don't know what he's thinking. Sorry. No, your true twin, you can be your true self. It's true. It's true. A lot of the times with the false twins, like, you don't even know why you're with the person. You don't. It's like, what am I even doing here? If it just never seems to work, you can't even return a phone call when you say, you can't even commit to calling, on a regular basis so we can really keep connecting. Mm-mm. And they put you down. Like, yeah. They might even put you down in front of friends. Your true friend, your true twin would not do that. Like, they love you. They have compassion for you. They have respect for you. And even if your true twin does things like that, if you check them one good time, like, who are you talking to? They're not doing that shit on a regular. They're not going to just be doing that. Yeah. It's a gentle and loving energy between you and your real twin. It's unconditional. Your false twin is always out the door. Like, I could find somebody better. They nitpicking you. They are looking at everything you do and say, like, okay, take your ass. And that's me. And my poor friend, I've told him so much. Okay, go find that bitch then. You know what I mean? I'm not a punk like that. You're not going to, treat me a certain way and I'm just here for it. Nope. But there's a self-destruction. So, like, I heard a reader once, and she's a reader that is very detail-oriented. I don't think we would get along in real life because she, loves Trump, but but she's very talented. She's a Cancer. And I remember her saying that when you try to force yourself to stay, and she probably called it a karmic relationship, but it's this false twin. If you try to stay with them, you'll find yourself getting into car accidents. I bear witness. At the beginning of 2020, I had a car accident. I was still purging the energy from my friend, even though we weren't talking, but I still felt like I was in love with him. I was still distracted. And that distraction led to me crashing my car. See, total wreckage. Like, it was totaled. Thank God it was paid for, but I don't have a car. It's just, yeah. And thank God, at the time I was still fasting. I was praying a lot. So neither me nor my children were harmed even a little bit. The glass didn't even break in, even though we hit a pole and it crashed the front of my car in, including the engine. And none of the windows broke. The car that hit us hit my door and the back door, and the windows still didn't break there either. It was a total miracle that we weren't harmed, but that was the protection of the divine. But that it happened was because I was stuck on the wrong person. You see? There's always going to be some type of self-destruction when you stay stuck on the wrong person. That happens. And they continually let you down, let you down, let you down. It never pans out. Like, it doesn't feel like a real relationship. It doesn't feel like a partnership. Whatever you claim you're going to plan to do together, they never do it with you. You're not growing with each other, only in little ways. Like, even me and my friend, when we don't talk for long periods of time, and we are like that. And then I don't call him anymore. I stopped doing that a long time ago. So he usually will reach out to me, and I might text him sometimes just because I will always love him. He will always love me. We were friends for more than 20 years. I still want us. I'm so happy we're still friends. Like, I'm so happy we are still friends. I hope one day we can be with our twins and be happy for each other. Like, I really do. But the game he spit in the beginning of our connection, he spits it a little bit now, but now there's more wisdom in it too. And like, we have so much, like, we are some kind of soulmate. Like, that's what's so hard with us. We talk and we have so much experiences from our childhood and things that we've always done the way we are. Is so much alike. It's crazy. But I grew up middle class, more comfortable than him. He grew up very poor, very thuggy. Whereas my family is very elitist and dignified and elegant. So, I'm mostly feminine. I'm 8 parts feminine. He's 9 parts masculine type of shit. So that's why our chemistry is so strong. Plus, we're artists. But that does not mean you're twins. Like, it's very specific. And we do not, it does not move forward. And it's already been almost 3 years. So, yeah. Yeah. It said, okay, so I just saw, if you don't feel challenged to grow by this person. So that's why I started fasting when we first started talking, and awakened and started having downloads and all kinds of epiphanies and dreams. Oh my God, it was such a spiritual surge. It was because I was awakening, right? The feminine does with her false twin. She comes through her awakening. But if they are not, and I wrote my first ebooks and put them on Amazon all during that time. If they're not challenging you continually after that, and you are stuck, that's a false twin. Your twin does not come into your life for you to be stuck. Now, does that happen? It does. There are similarities, but you just have to know. Like, I know, even with my twin, sometimes I feel like he wants to be with me, but it's just, there's something lacking. And even that is a sign that it's a false twin. You know what I mean? It's like, you don't really feel like you know what they are going to do with you, especially if they're doing things with other people. It's just like, it could be anybody. So you're not going to keep me in this. First of all, I'm not going to be a part of anybody's harem. I'm not going to be a part of your team. I'll build my own team until my real motherfucker comes. How about that? But no, you're not going to team place me against my will. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. So your false twin will resemble your true twin in probably in lifestyle, in the remoteness of your upbringings. They might also, your true twin might have grown up low income, whereas you grew up more comfortable or even well to do for some of you. What else? They may even have physical features that are similar. They may be of the same sign as your false twin, your real twin. It's things like that. It's things like that. Now I just had an epiphany. Okay. What makes false twins so tricky is that they seem eerily similar to the true twin. They really do. And so and a lot of times when the true twins meet and they look back at that false twin, it's like, wow, they are so similar. But it's because you came into each other's lives to prepare each other for, for your real person. You came into each other's lives to prepare each other for that. So it says, moving on from the false twin, this person is going to move on to their true twin. You've prepared them, they've prepared you, and the only thing you can do is, some people do try and stay and make it work, and then they call it their twin flame connection. I've seen a lot of those where it's just like, I don't see no chemistry between these people. I've seen twin flames on YouTube, elsewhere, on TikTok or Instagram or something, and it's beautiful. That's and not that I'm the authority that tells you y'all not twin flames or ooh, y'all twin flames. No. But it should be palpable. And spiritual people should be able to say, yeah, I see what you mean. Oh my God, yeah. So I'm just saying, yeah. I think it takes a lot of strength to really break up with your false twin, because like I said, the chemistry's there, the passion's there, there is a love connection, an emotional connection, but it's what a lot of people probably hesitate to do it because of the pain you cause to another person. But I have a woman on my writer's page who was heartbroken to walk away from her false twin. He was addicted to drugs, but she was being approached by her real twin, and then they got married like I think exactly a year after they met. Like, her real twin did not hesitate to marry her. And then their whole relationship is like day and night from her and her false twin. Sometimes you have to be strong enough. If you really want that twin flame relationship, or even a very high soulmate, if your twin is not available, or if it's just not your destiny to be with them, but you want to get out of the round and round with your false twin, you have to be strong enough to do that. Like, you really do. So yeah, it's going to be on you what happens and how that happens and how long you stay with the false twin. A lot of people stay married for years and years and years until, some people are, excuse me, are so loyal, and a lot of men too. It's so hard when they care about a woman, because the divine masculine has a heart. He does. And he does not like to just unilaterally hurt feminines. He doesn't. So a lot of times he'll stick by someone who's been loyal to him for a very long time, and it's a false twin. So when I, when I, and it's up to us, we all have free will. But even when I wanted to share this, and the purpose for even when I think about sharing this with my friend is, I love freedom, and he does too. Like, we have that in common. And I never wanted to be like any other woman who just wants to be the one I'm the one that caught him, right? I don't have that goal. I don't have a goal of saying I'm the one that's going to catch him and make him settle down. No, that's his life. I would never want somebody to do that to me. No, I don't want anything contrived. I don't. In the name of love, I don't. And I may even talk to him about this, just because I want him to be able to be free to choose for himself. And if he chooses another false twin, that's on him. But I also want the freedom to see what comes. To me, life is an adventure, and love is the greatest adventure. Let me know in the comments how this resonates or what you think about this. Please don't forget to hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, and subscribe to my channel. Peace.